Float valve. The basic function of a float valve for deposits is regulate the water level within them, reducing the input volume as the level rises, and completely closing the entrance when it reaches the maximum desired level. By contrast, allows new entries when the level drops as a result of consumption. Valve disposition. Mounting valves incorporated are mounted with a float in the tank. Surface-mounted valves for deposits are flanged in the outer wall of the tank. Flush-type valves are installed in the tubed admission discharge. The float lever protrudes into the tank or the force of the float is transmitted by hoist. Sense of pass. The flow direction determines the layout and type of float level. Horizontal direction of flow to the tank or the tank. Vertical flow direction bottom up. Vertical flow direction from top to bottom. Election of valve type and nominal diameter. To choose the type of valve and set the nominal diameter, calculate the service performance parameter, the value of Kb. First, with the largest flow and differential pressure delta P is smaller. Select a valve with KBS parameter, which must be at least 30% larger than the value calculated Kb. Now, to select the range of pressure and work, we have to see that the maximum operating pressure must be within the range of working pressure. Otherwise, the float valve will not open or close. Check if the deposit which will be installed, the float is not pressure. In case the internal pressure is high, it will have to use a valve float adequately resistant to pressure. Float shield can only be installed in tanks without pressure. The temperature. If the valve is provided for temperatures above 80 degrees or other liquid than water, we'll have to test the resistance of the elastomers. For example, to hydrocarbons, the valves have FPM elastomers. For higher temperatures, are EPDM, if necessary, also a conical metal seal. Float adapting. The float valves are dimensioned as a standard for fluids with a density as water. They are allowed to adapt in the factory to fluids with other densities. Through another float geometry, the filling of the float or varying the working pressure range. Discharge and double seat. The float valves not discharged and a single seat is used for low pressures. They are also relatively insensitive to dirt and incrustations. The float valves are not discharged and a single seat can be used for higher pressure differences and work with smaller floats. Double seat valves are particularly suitable for large volumes. Filling height adjustable. In the case of valves with float rod and float width, the inner tube, the filling height in the tank can be adjusted by moving the float on the float rod. Operation. We must ensure that the system will not occur pressure shocks or water hammer that can destroy the float. In the case of blowing fluid with a reduced specific weight due to this, a float valve can function reliable. Therefore, should forest stabilization sections. Maintenance. Float valves and level controllers must be subject to regular cleaning and maintenance. This applies in particular to valves which are driven rarely, for example, in sprinkler installation. A thorough cleaning is important in the case of liquids with components that are easily embedded. Sedimented and trained sand and grainless components can quickly cause wear. Now we have to see the installation of inlet valves. We can see a valve mounting incorporated. Now, pipe of valves with horizontal mount. Pipe of valves with vertical mount. Valve mounting attached to the tank. And last, we can see secure gains on fillers for liquid fuels. Food valves.
The foot valves, as its name suggests, these valves are placed at the foot of the installation. This consists in valves of retention but with a filter, and are commonly used in the opening of a suction line to the pump. Foot valves of high flow. The liquid to be pumped before to the left for the discharge of the pump has to go through the foot valve. Foot valves of improved pumps are designed to allow maximum efficiency of the pump to limit the flow of liquid to be pumped. The most critical element in a pumping system is the suction. Characteristics. The design and dimensions allowed a large flow. One pipe construction very strong. Area with minimal contact, closely for maximum tightness. Bruna rubber, steel and metal. Spring-assisted closing give a thin steel and quick about the flow to stop the pump. Steam and stainless steel spring. Body and shutter height strength, grade iron. Bronze optional for maximum corrosion resistance and lightweight aluminum. Tradable foot valve for the cold water. This valve allows us about damage caused by oxidation and scaling of the metal foot valves used in traditional use suction pumps. The material used for manufacturing the foot valves is 100% virgin PVC, with some additives are added to improve the manufacture of this polymer. Characteristics: oxidation resistance, efficient use, and economic. The oxidation resistance made of PVC doesn't corrode underwater, reducing maintenance and replacement cost. Efficient: high operational efficiency for its advanced technology and durability, better fitness, and perfect steel with the PVC pipe. Use: ideal for application in reservoirs or systems domestic, industrial, or agricultural. Economic: lower cost than metal valves standard traditional use and with longer life. Functions: foot valves are responsible for preventing the occurrence of the empty on the suction pass. This phenomenon is very important in the motor pump system. Can operate in the pumps are empty. When the pump and the drawers of the valve stands, this closet is well stilled. The water can drain back to the well of suction. Foot valves are used for applications such as open water pipes that draw water from a lake, canal, or pump, or to pump water from special tanks or cisterns. This valve is ideal for providing additional filtration, also helps keep the bait in the pump head. Installation: it connects the valves at the lower end of suction tub. This and the sensor is located inside the full storm tank. You must use the appropriate sealant. Maintenance: when we view a low flow in the supply unit, remove the valve and the cleaning filter with a soap and water. Application: civil construction, hotels, hospitals, commercial buildings, residential and industrial pools, wells and ponds. Irrigation: sprinkler systems, micro, deep and removable systems. Agribusiness: ponds, fish tanks, dispensers, and wastewater treatment plants for drinking water. Suggestions: due to the installation site of the foot valves being inside the underwater tank, the producer should be followed up to the performed maintenance or inspection of the same. Have take care the foot valves because it can cause failure in the pumped systems when it lost its ability to seal and start leaking. Finally, the systems may fail if solid or other foreign substance prevents closed properly.